Hi everyone, I'm Hextasy, and today we're going to be continuing our casual run of Pokemon Black 2. Previously, we had just beaten the 5th gym leader thanks to the efforts of Canopy the Liavani, Alto the Whimsicott, and Mirage the Krokorok. But there's no time to rest because now we get a chance to participate in the Pokemon World Tournament. We are only allowed 3 Pokemon, so we decide to bring in Mirage, Cloud the Swoobat, and Cumulus the Buneary. Looking at the bracket, it's really obvious how the floor of this tournament will go. After we wipe the floor with our rival, we'll fight Charon, and then we'll have our long-awaited rematch with the biker Heartbreaker Charles. Oh, that's a different biker. Well, never mind, it looks like we'll be taking on the guy with protagonist hair last. For the fight with our rival, Mirage is able to take out his Servine with just under half of their HP remaining. Simisear is in next, and it nearly takes us out, but a dig is a one-hit KO. And finally, his Tranquil is in. But thanks to 2 Moxie boosts, a single crunch takes it out to win us the fight. Next up, we're fighting Charon, and while Mirage is able to take out Statland, we can't put the Moxie boost to work, as Chinchino outspeeds us and finishes them off with a single hit. Cloud is in next, and an Air Cutter hits them for decent damage before they use Work Up to boost their attack. One more Air Cutter just barely doesn't get the KO, and it puts us to sleep with a Sing. For some reason, it then uses Wake Up Slap. This hardly hurts us, and it wakes us up, obviously. So a Heart Stamp on the next turn finishes it off. Finally, we have to face Watchog. Cloud is able to bring it very low before going down, and Cumulus can come in to scoop up the win with a quick attack. For the final match, we're up against Colress, but Mirage goes sicko mode on his team and quickly nets us the win. We then head outside to see a Team Plasma Grunt run by. This triggers our rival, and we all decide to go beat him up. But Colress tries to stop us by telling us it's too dangerous to take on Team Plasma. Well, maybe if your team didn't suck so much you wouldn't be so afraid. Toodaloo, nerd. We then hop onto a pirate ship where we get ambushed by Team Plasma, but we make quick work of them. But then some ninjas appear and they use some sort of black magic to not only teleport us off the ship, but to teleport the ship as well. Why didn't they just stab us or something? I don't know. But anyways, we're free to continue our journey now. We head to Route 6 where we get jumped by a legendary Pokemon and then head through Chargestone Cave to reach Mistralton City. We meet Professor Juniper, who hands us a Master Ball that we'll probably never use, and then take a quick detour to Route 7 where we catch another Pokemon, a Cubchoo named Polar. And we caught them just in time, because Cumulus evolves into a Lopunny and now has to be boxed forever before anyone can make any assumptions about me. After a fair bit of training, we can evolve Polar into a Beartic, and now we can take on Skyla, the 6th gym leader. She starts with her Swoobat, and we bring out Polar, who misses an Icicle Crash, then flinches, and faints before doing any damage. Great job, Polar. We bring out Mirage, who takes quite a bit of damage from acrobatics, but then a single crunch takes out Swoobat. Swanna is in next, and an Air Slash ends Mirage. So we bring in Coil, who is evolved into a Magneton off screen. Swanna lands a Bubble Beam before being erased from existence by a Volt Switch. This lets us freely bring in Kindle the Arcanine against her last Pokemon, Skarmory. And a couple Flame Wheels wins us the fight and the badge. We then hop on a plane to Lentimus Town, and I remember these graphics being absolutely mind-blowing as a kid. Anyways, from here, we head to Reversal Mountain where we catch a Skorupi, and I didn't know what to name them, so I asked my friends, and they suggested Rhombus. So Rhombus quickly evolves into a Drapion, and we team up with Bianca to reach the end of the mountain, and on the other side is Undella Town, where we catch Hollow the Jellicent. We have another rival fight right after this, and a Hollow makes quick work of Unpheasant. Rhombus barely gets the win over Superior, and Mirage can take out Semiseer, leveling up and evolving into a Crocodile. Our rival tries bragging about his strength, and my guy, we're pretty far into the game and you still only have 3 Pokemon. Get it together. To prove his point, we challenge a couple Team Plasma members and we watch his Superior get absolutely bodied. We head across the village bridge where this old man challenges us to a fight, claiming to be on a 999 win streak. But with a team this bad, I'm inclined to believe he was lying. Heading over to Route 11, we see another legendary Pokemon, this time a Virizion, who jumps off a cliff and breaks its ankles. Yeah, I don't think I can do much to help you right now. I'll go get some help, just stay there. But instead of helping, we make our way through the Opellucid City Gym, where we have to take on Drayden, an absolute beast of a man that looks like he could break any of my Pokemon in half with his bare hands. He is actively nerfing himself by using Pokemon. He starts with Dredigan, and we bring in Kindle, who hits it with a Will-O-Wisp to burn it before it lands a Crunch for very little damage. We then start using Dig to allow burn damage to stack up. Drayden does heal it at some point, but it doesn't matter, and Kindle takes the KO. Flygon is in next, so we burn it, but then Kindle is destroyed by an Earth Power. We bring in Polar next, and she doesn't miss Icicle Crash this time, taking out Flygon after being hit by Earth Power. All that's left is Haxorus, and it sets up a Dragon Dance to boost its attack and speed before barely surviving an Icicle Crash. It then, for some reason, goes for the negative priority Dragon Tail, allowing us to move first and win the battle with one more Icicle Crash. That is 7 badges down and only 1 to go. We talk with Drayden at his house where he tells us about the legendary Pokemon Kyurem. We then walk outside to see the pirate ship from before flying in the sky. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we were standing. It just shot us and we are dead. Turns out the ship miraculously missed us while freezing the city. So we get into a scuffle with Team Plasma to send them packing. Drayden retrieves the DNA splicers, but the ninjas from before show up again and steal them. He chased them down, but they escape and Charon shows up to lend a hand a little too late. Drayden tries to make small talk with him while half the population of his town are currently dying from hypothermia. It's decided that Charon and I will continue to chase after Team Plasma, and oh right, I forgot about Virizion. And the ice should stop the swelling, so I'm sure they'll be fine where they are. We head through the marine tube and arrive at Humalau City, where instead of looking for Team Plasma, we decide to take on Marlin, the final gym leader. We start with Rhombus as he brings in Caracosta. We immediately set up 2 layers of toxic spikes while being hit hard by Scalds, bringing us pretty low, but Rhombus has done everything they need to, and after landing a dig, they go down. We then bring in Cloud, whose Psychic brings Caracosta down to just outside of the red before it hits us with a smackdown. This leaves Cloud with just 7 HP. Marlin heals Caracosta, and Psychic doesn't quite take out half of its HP, but we get the special defense drop. So we land 1 more Psychic, and it isn't enough, and Cloud is smacked down. We bring out Kindle next, and an extreme speed finishes off Caracosta. Wailord comes in next, and is immediately badly poisoned thanks to the toxic spikes we set up earlier. We then have Kindle spam Dig, maximizing the amount of turns Wailord takes damage from the poison, and we bring it quite low before it finally lands a Scald to deal massive damage to Kindle. But it then succumbs to the poison. And finally, we have to deal with his ace, Jellicent, who is also badly poisoned. We land a Dig for small damage, and it hits us with a Brine to take out Kindle. Now it's time to bring out Hollow, our own Jellicent. They're hit hard by an ominous wind, but we can then use Hex, a move that doubles in power if the opponent has a status condition, and it's more than enough to take out Marlin's Jellicent and earn us the final gym badge. Marlin then jumps into the ocean and swims north around the entire globe in a matter of seconds, as he shows up from the south while we talk to our rival literally less than a minute after Marlin's defeat. Our next stop is Route 22, but this looks like a good place to stop for now. We should be finishing off Team Plasma and getting through the Elite Four next episode. I apologize for the shorter episode. I'm still trying to find a good balance between school and this channel, and hopefully I find that soon. Anyways, I've been Hextasy, and thanks for watching.